Good evening, I'm Danielle Woods. He faces 29 federal charges and prosecutors will seek the death penalty. In Paris, police have detained more than 1,000 people during a fourth weekend of protests, leading to a virtual lockdown of the city. The Pentagon says a fourth soldier has died after getting wounded by a roadside bomb blast in eastern Afghanistan last week. The president now says he wants to end citizenship for babies born in the U.S. to non-citizens. This is where the command center has been stationed all night. Just take a look. And we are here along 2nd Street in front of a home that was heavily damaged in today's storms. As you can see behind me, there is a massive tree that fell onto this home here. The storm has really packed a punch. Take a look. The snow coming up to my boots, and I'm actually standing on about 2 to 3 inches. You get this awesome t-shirt. So this is the front, but let me show you the back. I'm going to flip it around. This was actually designed by Taylor Osterling from Marysville. Let's test it out. On the count of 3, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Check it out. There we go. See what happens when we work together? Beautiful things can happen. Wow. He's like the Green Goblin. That's the bad guy in Spider-Man, so yeah. I don't trust it. It's December, though, so now it's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
Yes. But in the meantime, we're just going to enjoy the quiet part, not worry about that rain just yet. Now we've had a cold start. Yep. And you were even talking snow in some parts. Tonight, protesters are demanding answers after evidence shows a man shot and killed by police at an Alabama mall was likely not the gunman authorities were looking for. One person taken to the hospital after a house fire in York County. Good evening, I'm Danielle Woods. We begin in Adams County, where state police arrested the man they say killed an 87-year-old woman. Troopers arrested 48-year-old Christopher Gartrell just after 10:30 last night. He's charged with the murder of Virginia Barber. Troopers found the victim dead inside her home on Peach Glen Idaville Road in Huntington Township Wednesday morning. They say her car, at least 7 guns, and more than $1,500 in quarters were missing. Police say they found some of those items, including the car, but it was not with Gartrell. The suspect was arrested in Strabane Township and is now in the Adams County Prison. Protesters gathered outside a mall near Birmingham, Alabama today. They're demanding answers after police shot and killed a man inside the mall Thanksgiving night. Police in the suburb of Hoover first said that man shot 2 people, but now police admit they likely killed the wrong person and the real gunman still has not been caught. NBC's Chris Pallone reports. In Lancaster County, a Bainbridge man is facing charges in connection with an overnight stabbing. Police say it happened at the Bainbridge Inn on Front Street in Conoy Township just after midnight. Officers found 2 victims. One man was stabbed inside the bar and the other man was found nearby along with the suspect. Police say 36-year-old Peter Fultano faces 2 counts of aggravated assault. All 3 men were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. Police in York are also investigating a stabbing. They've now charged 30-year-old Marvin Slaughter Jr. with aggravated assault. They say he lives on the 900 block of Madison Avenue, and that's where the stabbing happened around 9:30 last night. Officers say Slaughter targeted the victim, 45-year-old Kelly Press, who also lives there. In York County, firefighters spent hours battling a house fire as well as 2 brush fires in the woods surrounding the home. The fire started around 5 last night on Boar Court in Shrewsbury Township. Flames ripped through the 2-story home, as you can see, leaving not much behind. Firefighters say 1 person was taken to the hospital. No word on how that person is doing or what caused the fire. Well, it has been a rainy and gloomy start to the weekend across the Susquehanna Valley. This was the scene at York College campus this afternoon, but things are slowly improving out there. News 8 meteorologist Matt Moore has been tracking the rain all day. And Matt, how's it looking? Well, it is Small Business Saturday, and despite the rain, shoppers were still out in full force in downtown Lancaster. WGAL News 8's Tosin Fakile reports on the impact that this day has on local businesses. In York, a group of kids is making the Susquehanna Valley a little warmer this season, 1 coat at a time. Coats of Friendship hosted its annual coat distribution event this morning at Union Lutheran Church. Each coat given out today included a special holiday message or drawing to go along with it. The organization's board It's made up of 10 elementary school students, and they just want to give back to their community. Last year, more than 700 coats were handed out to people of all ages in need. The group says it collected at least 1,600 coats to give out this weekend, and they'll be taking about 400 more jackets to pass out at parks around York County tomorrow. Covering Lancaster County, the historic Ephrata Cloister hosted its annual Candlelight Open House this evening. The event gives the community a chance to meet local craftsmen who are keeping the tradition of handmade art alive, and it gives them a chance to explore the original building of Ephrata's first settlement. The Cloister's next big event is just around the corner on December 10th and 11th. It will celebrate the holiday season with Christmas at the Cloister. Coming up on WGAL News 8 at 11, investigators are still searching for answers after an American missionary was killed by an island tribe last week. And as we head to break, let's take a live look outside over a gray York. Matt has your full storm team forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.